look at that. It appears that I'm live. Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. And, hey, support resolution. What does that mean? You need to change the video resolution. Are you telling me that nobody can see me? That's below me. No, you guys can see me. It's just weird. It's just weird looking. Anyway, what's up, y'all? Yeah, like, starting to get the Great Nash movement. Hey, what was my favorite comic book this week? What's up, Sean s.h.i.e.l.d? What was my favorite comic this week? I don't know. Let me go through my list of 27 physical freaking copies and remember everything that I read this week. Oh, boy. Okay. Green Lantern surprised me. Daredevil was pretty damn good. What's that? Age of X-Men? F you. Conan was pretty spectacular. You know what? Justice League, really, I mean, like, Incredible Hulk was pretty badass. But Justice League, I think, really, boom. Like, that was pretty damn interesting. Yeah, it might have to be Justice League. Then again, I don't know, man. There's a lot, dude. Why do I only have to pick one? Uncanny X-Men was pretty badass. There's a whole lot of awesomeness. Oh, man. Rantor, what's up? Hey, Silva, Surfa. What's going on? And, did you notice Mephisto's appearing everywhere? Yes, I said it in my videos. I'm like, dude, enough with Mephisto already. The guy's freaking everywhere. Like, how many places has he been? I've been talking about, like, Damnation, and before that, he's freaking everywhere, man. Dodora 73. What's happening? How you doing? So, anyway, I just got back home. Wife wanted me to go and pick her up, and she's like down by the freaking airport. It's like busy on a weekend, on a freaking evening, and no. So I'm like tired, and like I just shoved my face full of food before I left. So like I went like really cheap and chintzy and easy. I went chicken burger. That's like my youngest son's his favorite is chicken burgers. I'm like, fine, chicken burgers with a slap of cheese on top of it. We didn't have any buns, so we went bunless. And what do you call it? Oh, pot stickers, vegetarian pot stickers, which were pretty badass, and they made up for all the chicken that we had. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Jim Zub will help write Iron Man #9. Yes, I've been talking about that on my video. That it's pretty cool. Hey, Creaky Vol, what's going on? A Zimbabwean from living in South Africa. What's going on, dude? I saw your comment, and it was like a really brief thing. I was like, okay. There's a whole bunch of comments. Let me just scan through them real quick, see if there's anything uber important. It's like, oh, hey, there you go. But I didn't have time to like heart the ones that I read, so this way everybody knows that I read them. I always like heart. So this way you guys know that I have seen you. What else we got? Big Dirk, what's up, Bretta? Sean, Doc Samson will be in Winter Soldier next week. Yes, I saw that. That looks like it's going to be fun. Mark Herrera, what's going on? Big Fat Podcast! What's going on? Jeffrey Lane, how's it going, dude? Everyone, Professor, what's good, my G? My G? I think you've been watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air too much. I'm a B. G for Jeffrey, B for Professor Bill. I guess you could say P, too. What's up, P? That would work. You could be G for Jeffrey. But, Mike has some fuzz. Well, really? Probably just too loud. Probably just being too loud. I'm like excited. I don't know. There were like every song that I turned to on the radio was just boom, 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 perfect. So I can't. You know what? Here. Maybe this will help out. You guys let me know if this is better, because this is what I usually do. Defenders Netflix characters versus the Birds of Prey. DC World Plus in today's environment, you got to make sure the women have absolutely zero faults and they just run in and start kicking serious butt left, right, center. And yeah, so I'm gonna have to give it to the Birds of Prey. The two white kids from Extermination will be Next Gen X. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Professor, what are your thoughts on Henry Cavill coming back for Man of Steel 2? He said he might, but he put on some demands. Go check out the news for that. He actually put on a bunch of demands.
I can't actually remember what the demands were. That's why I'm telling you guys to go and check the news. Unfortunately, almost everything you see on the news today is stupid stuff. And I'm talking about like comic book news, like CBR. Excuse me, dude. You know CBR is owned by CBS. Comic Book Resources is owned by CBS television station. Can you freaking believe that? You want to talk about umbrella corporation monopoly? That's just redonkulous. So they got a bunch of nonsensical, moronic freaking things. They sat there reporting on conversations that Gail Simone was having. I don't know if you guys saw or not, but on Twitter, I was involved in it. I was throwing some things out there. I went to Wendy's yesterday just for the conversation. Freaking Gail Simone went and sent a tweet to Wendy's and said, "Hey, are you a Marvel or a DC?" And they responded with a whole bunch of stuff and like, I'm gonna, we like both, but we're gonna have to stick with Marvel. And that got a bunch of people like, wow, they answered. So Gail Simone started jumping on the bandwagon, like jumping on and asking all these different people, all these different corporations, which one do you prefer? Most of them just didn't want to give a straight answer. They wanted to get roundabout. Two companies, I can't remember which ones, Hot Pockets and something else, I think, went with Valiant Comics, which was pretty brave. I gotta admit, that was pretty brave. But anyway, so that was actually really fun. But newsworthy, CBR wrote 2 articles about it. How ridiculous is that? Like, dude, I'm done. CBR has nothing else out there for me. So that was just freaking annoying. What else we got at here? We got Red Black Cane. Billy, any Kane news? No Kane news. Nothing on Kane lately. Jeffrey Light would take Brandon Routh. Was that the same guy who did the that second Superman movie, Superman Returns? Was that the same guy? Because I think that was the same guy. He was actually pretty good at it. Unfortunately, the costume wasn't great. No, the costume wasn't really bad. Wait, I'm trying to remember back. I don't think the costume was that bad. The script was just really weird. That was one where it's like, Kevin Spacey's like, here's an island, a continent of kryptonite. It's like, I'm going to stab you with a little bit of kryptonite. And Superman's like, I'm going to die. Okay, wait, no, maybe I'll live. Okay, now I just have to pick up an entire continent of freaking kryptonite and fly off into space with it. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. That's just painful. So painful. Jesse Johnson. Hey, Professor, I read Uncanny X-Men 11, and it was incredible. Yes, it was. It really was. Like, seeing Cyclops and Wolverine fighting against all the bad guys was just so epic. That was just out of control. I'm reading the comic book, and I'm like, I find myself jumping up and down like, yeah, kick his ass. And I'm not even ashamed of it. I should have just done that one live. I should just be like, yeah. It was great. The actress who played Dina Lance in the crappy Birds of Prey TV series is playing Red Alice in Batwoman. Okay. Was she bad in the movie also? That was like, you got to remember, man, like the stuff that was done in the 90s, you can't really hold anybody to that. Like, that wasn't their fault. Nobody gave them a budget. Plus, it was a TV budget to begin with. Nobody gave them a proper budget. So, like, they're just doing what they got to do. They're doing what they can. Let's see. Some people think the 2 white kids from Extermination are Rogue and Gambit kids. Henry wanted a big raise, and he wanted to pick the director. Thank you very much. Yes, and what that means, I believe, is he didn't want freaking Zack Snyder on there, which can't blame him. Hey, dude, you could produce the film, you could write the film, you could do all these cool things. Not write the film. I don't want you to write the film. You could direct the film, but we need somebody else, like as an assistant director with equal power, and we need somebody else to write the film because Zacky boy just needs to. I feel like anybody named Zach who jumps on anything with comics, I probably just want them to stay away. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, shots fired. Let's see. And you know what? Honestly, I think most of us can agree. We would rather see Henry Cavill come over and play Captain Britain in Marvel. Welcome to the family. um, Corey Irwin signing in. What's up, brah? What's up, brah? Let me. Okay, just jumped. Crap. So signing in, and then there's somebody right under you. There we go. Griffo33, Professor Griff. Off topic, but please consider doing versus videos. I will. I absolutely will start doing versus videos again. I have like a couple out there. If you go to my front page and you scroll down, you'll see like the one that I always wanted to see, Wolverine versus Drid Stewarden. Yes, like I did that one, and then I did like a couple other ones. I did a couple responses to Death Battle. Yes, they're officially called Death Battle now. They're no longer called Screw Attack. They're only Death Battle. So that was interesting. Everybody's like, oh my God, it's like the end of an era. Like, they're doing the same thing they've been doing for the past year. Come on now. Let's see. Why do you hate apes and comics so much? Nope. Already did that. I'm not doing that again. Go back and check out a previous podcast or two. Nope, not a fan. Eddie Kidd, ahoy, mateys. Ahoy Comics with The Wrong Earth. Here we go. It's actually right up on the top of my panel. Yep, The Wrong Earth from Ahoy Comics, issue number 6. This review should go up tomorrow. I got bad news in there about that, man. Wow, I was disappointed. Corey Irwin, sorry about repeating questions, comments last time. I am just determined to be heard in the nicest way. No worries. No worries. That's what I'm here for. If I miss it, just send it again. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. Ross Keller. So I had to do it. Hey, Professor Bill. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I had a great week. We're in the weekend. Greetings from Charlotte, North Carolina. What's up, Charlotte? Big Fats Podcast. Gideon Falls is already set to get an adaptation. The comic is phenomenal. God damn it, is it? I remember I read the first one, and I liked it to a degree. Like, I was like, I'm going to have to see the second one. Unfortunately, it didn't get a whole lot of fanfare. And I didn't notice the second one. Either it snuck in the comic book shop and I never noticed it, or it just didn't show up. Issue number 2 didn't show up in my comic book store. Because that happened. There was a while there that Diamond Distributors was just effing up orders all over the place. But I didn't see issue 2, so I didn't grab it. And then I saw issue 3. I was like, damn it! Now I got to find issue 2 also. It's like, yeah, I'm not having it. So maybe I'll do a thing about it, a spotlighted story. I haven't done spotlights on stories, right? I've really just been doing the podcast, and I've been doing the one thing, the comic book reviews. That's really all I've been doing lately, and of course the This Week in Comics. Those are the only things that I've been doing. So, oh, by the way, if anybody wants to share the This Week in Comics videos, I wouldn't be disappointed. I'm just saying. So I go live. You guys see it, just, quick little share. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to kill you. I understand if you don't want it. I'm just saying. I would really like that one to get out because that's the one that everybody seems to love the most. And I figure, boom, just put that out there. Plus, Carlos, the owner of Gotham Central, he's been saying he wants to start doing some giveaways specifically on that video. So, hey man, if we're going to be doing some giveaways, I'm down. So what do we got here? Okay, Rantor, the latest Batman crossover with the Flash. Any ties with the Button storyline? No, they're supposed to have ties with the Heroes in Crisis storyline, so that's probably going to be a turnoff for a lot of people. But Creek Yaval, Sean talking to Sean. Do you ever do manga reviews? No, Big Dirk, I don't, because I don't really read manga reviews. I don't really read manga, sorry. Corey Irwin, talking about he wants to get his message out, and then just starts deleting messages. Well, I don't know what to tell you, brah. Yes, he was in Superman Returns. Okay, thank you, Jeffrey Lane. Brandon Routh was in Superman Returns. And, oh, yes, and he's the Atom in Arrowverse. That's right, I actually forgot about that one. Yes, I do remember that one. I watched the first 3 episodes of, maybe it was more, I don't remember, of Legends, what the hell is it called? whatever, in the Arrowverse, Legends of Tomorrow, I think it is. Yeah, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. I watched it because I wanted to see Hawkman, and I was like, awesome-ish. It's okay. It's all right. You know what? It's not that good. It was really just more silly than anything else. I didn't dig it. What are your thoughts on X-Men Dark Phoenix being trashed? X-Men Dark Phoenix being trash? You're going to have to give me more explanations than that, because Dark Phoenix is not trash. Corey, Professor Bill, I like Iron Man a little more than you, but a hair-thin margin. The VR escape story is a little overstimulating for me. Yeah, it's a bit much. It's kind of like an overpower. Plus, I just put out the review yesterday, so check my review. One thing I learned after I put up the review is Jim Zub is going to be assistant writing, starting with the next issue. So issue 8, the review just went up. That issue just came out this week. Jim Zub is going to be doing assistant writing duties with Dan Slott on Tony Stark Iron Man. So that's cool. I'm digging that. He knows the characters well, and like a lot of people were suggesting, I myself am suggesting, I don't think it would hurt to have a Riri appearance once in a while, or a full-on Champions crossover with them. You know, it wouldn't hurt. It's not going to hurt. Plus, the Wasp is in the story right now, so you could have Nadia show over. Too many reasons to not have, or too many reasons to not have. Trying to word, like, was that a double negative? No, it's not. It's a single negative. To not have the Champions crossover in there, so that would be fun. Mark Guerrero, hope we see characters like William Wintergreen, Henry Ducard, and David Kane in the Pennyworth TV series. Could be fun. Henry Ducard especially, that's the thing that I've been saying. I really want to see, actually not just Henry Ducard, no, Wintergreen especially, because although I didn't like Christopher Priest's Deathstroke versus Batman, that 6-issue mini arc that happened in the middle of the Deathstroke comic book, I still thought that the Alfred and Wintergreen stuff, the Pennyworth and Wintergreen stuff, was fantastic. So I am totally down for that. And of course, you got to have Ducard, because he was like his main teacher and stuff like that. You can have David Crane. You can have whoever you want. You know what? Now, with the latest Detective Comics that's been coming out, I want to see Thaddeus Brown. I want to see the original Mr. Miracle in there, talking about, saying, here, let me show you some cool stuff here, blah, 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 stuff like that. I would love to see that. Damn, that'd be awesome. Like, who would not want to see some Mr. Miracle show up in freaking a Pennyworth series? That's just a story waiting to happen, you know? Jesse Johnson started to become a big Cyclops fan. About time. Yeto, I'm late. So is Jesse Johnson in being a Cyclops fan. That's all good. It's all good. Okay, Corey can hear me fine. Wow, so this is that backed up. Wow. Okay, so just jumped again. Let's see. La 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 la. La 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 la. It's jumping. Come on, go back. Go back. Come back. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, I'm going to start from here, because I see Captain Britain or my man Cyclops. Could I see Henry Cavill playing Cyclops? No, I do not think I can. I've got to see him playing somebody who's got super strength. I'm sorry. I don't think that Henry Cavill would do well playing Cyclops. What do you call it? Henry for Captain Britain would be cool, right? Reggie Simmons, what's up, CBU alum? What's going on, dude? Corey Irwin, the 6th, yeah, the week solicits were nice. Conan, Hulk, Batman, Daredevil. Yeah, dude, like, it's funny. It's actually, not as many comics came out this week. The problem is that almost every single comic book that came out is a must-have. You know what I'm saying? So that's really strange. Where are your death bottle responses, Professor? Oh, yeah, no, just scroll down on the main page and you will see my verses. I've got it's only like maybe 6 or 8 videos, something like that. of versus battles, and sometimes I would respond to, like, I had a huge response to Hulk versus Doomsday because that was just the most ridiculous, and I like lambasted them. I'm like, dude, this is just ridiculous. Like, come on, man. Overtaxed his healing factor. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. And they really did. That's the difference between looking up pictures on the internet as opposed to reading the actual comic books and see what really happened between Zeus and Hulk. Because there wasn't an overtaxation of a freaking healing factor. He used magic and he shut down all of his powers. Like, that's a huge difference. Daredevil. Doomsday. Doomsday can't do that. Doomsday doesn't have magic to freaking shut off people's healing factors and stuff. Anyhow, how would you like Robert Pattinson, whatever the hell his name is, I think it's Pattinson, as the new Batman, dude. You know what? That's something I gotta see in order to make a judgment on there, because he might wind up being the best Batman we ever saw. And it's just like, yo, to hell with freaking whatever his name was when he was playing the twinkly, sparkling fairy. I mean, vampire. No. Sparkles and twinkles, that's definitely fairy. So when he was playing that fairy in a freaking vampire movie, just, no. Freaking Stephanie Meyer. And then he played Cedric Diggory in Harry Potter. He played a really good role in that. Like, that was a really good role. He played that role with such emotion that Harry Potter, how come I can remember his name in there? I can't remember his real name. Anyway, the kid who plays Harry Potter, I know his name. He had a lot to act off of. He tore that up. So I do know that he can act. The problem is he was just playing in this, like, the worst. Oh God! Just don't get me started on Twilight. Just, I'm moving on. I haven't seen your comments. Look for them. Creek of All. I've seen the apparent reports that people passed along during Avengers Endgame screaming. I don't know. If you guys want, on the Facebook group. All right, on the Comic Book University Facebook group that you can get to by going to the main front page for Comic Book University on YouTube, which you guys are probably, if not on, then close to being on. No, you're close to being on. It was the click prior, I imagine. Anyway, on the Facebook group, if you want, just Rich Silva or me or my wife or my buddy Lewis from the Geek Fortress, one of us will approve you for jumping on and whatnot. And we just talk about blah, 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 whatever stuff. You know what I'm saying? Whatever stuff, just offline. And post memes and just have general fun. And show off our comic book collections, because that's always fun. But, what have you? The, Parent reports that, what was, darn it, I'm so off it now. I'm looking at the question. I can't remember where I was going with it right now. Anyway, yes. Somebody, I think Rich, Silver Surfer, he posted the latest clip, the one that came out, the TV spot that came after the Super Bowl clip about Captain Marvel. So I went there and I looked at it. It was really good, and I just noticed that she smiled a lot and she had fun in the video. And I just posted something really simple there, and all of a sudden people just jumped on it. People are still, I just looked before I went on here, people are still commenting on my comment. I haven't gone back to the comment, but I just see like the string of people commenting, oh, well, that's going to suck. Oh, no, it's going to be great. Oh, it's SJW crap. Oh, you're a stupid comic skater and a misogynist. And it's just like, I didn't mean for that to happen, but I gotta admit, it's kind of enjoyable seeing it. So, if you guys want to go check that out, by all means. Do you think that red kid from Avengers 14 was Mephisto? It could be, Sean, because they actually pointed that out. They actually, like, the big thing was about Mephisto again, and he is in everything, so why not? But they did remind us about Mephisto, that little white snake. If you remember several issues ago, that white snake turned out to be Mephisto, who wound up giving the original Ghost Rider his powers. So there's that. Do you think the MCU will do Marvel Knights with Blade and Daredevil? Jeffrey Lane, recently a bunch of us have been talking about how it's pretty much official that the one thing that everybody thought Marvel would not do, Black Widow, is going to be rated R. Does that mean there's going to be like nudity in it? I don't know. But it's going to be rated R. So everybody's like, Disney will never do that. I'm like, dude, take a lesson from WWE and never say never. How about that? And sure enough, like immediately, all those people, they'll never do. Now all of a sudden, I don't hear them talking anymore. Is it the headphones? Because I don't hear them saying that stuff anymore. Never say never. So they're going to do that. And if that's the case, Deadpool, of course, is going to be perfectly okay. It's just, it is what it is, man. Like, yeah, absolutely. They could bring all those characters. I mean, the biggest star in the Netflix Marvel series is Vincent D'Onofrio, who plays the Kingpin, and he's the most vocal about, hey, I'm petitioning you guys to petition Marvel and say that we want these guys to be renewed. Yell at Netflix, yell at Marvel, yell at Disney, yell at whoever you got to yell at, because these are great characters and we'd really like to see them, continue. Vincent D'Onofrio, the Kingpin, Wilson Fisk saying, go on and start, hyping it up. So why wouldn't we, right? So yeah, with an advocate like that, I am almost positive that we will see them again. I'm almost positive. Mark Guerrero, so how much of Avatar: The Last Airbender have you watched? On and off, I've watched them all. Like my wife and kids, like my kids just watch it for whatever. I think they're on like their third cycle of watching Avatar. I might know whatever scene you might talk about. It's pretty cool. Any updates on? No, no updates there. Hey, what's up, Paula? I haven't checked my email to see if you responded again yet or not, but Paula's been telling me about her Foreign Legion missions when she went out, and she was like a high-class sniper out in the jungles of the Conga and all that stuff. It was pretty badass. I'm only partially joking, by the way. All right, I'm just going to leave you guys to guess from that point on. Professor, keep making those 10 things about videos. Yeah, I know. I should. It's just I kind of enjoy the time that I freed up so I can write. So, sorry. I'd rather write books. Like, seriously. Young Justice bringing the Suicide Squad. Sweet, Mark. Maybe I'll get around to actually watching that. Cyclops is probably the best leader in Marvel, in my opinion. That's fine, except for Captain America. So, no, I'm not going to. Whenever they're doing X-Men comic books or mutant comic books, Captain America always comes off looking like a second-rate hero. You know what I'm saying? He always looks like he's not as good a fighter as Wolverine. He's not as great a leader as Cyclops is. He doesn't have his heart in the right place like Kitty Pryde or Jubilee will. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah. No. Captain America is the trump card. He's the ace. You know what I'm saying? He's the ace. Everybody's like talking about, I got two kings. But as soon as you see somebody's got that ace, when you're playing some blackjack, you're like, if he gets anything that's like a 10 or one of the royal houses, we're screwed. You know what I'm saying? You can't get proper blackjack. Even if you get like two kings and an ace, you still technically went over. You know what I'm saying? You still, what do you call it? Yes, technically at work you didn't go over. Technically it'll work, but a single king, like blackjack itself, is higher than a 21 in any other regard. So, no, sorry. That's the ace card, man. Eddie Kidd, will Chip be in this week in comics video coming up? I heard you say he will be at Gotham Central. The 23rd, yes. If you guys are in the Mississauga area, the Greater Toronto area, anything like that, Chip Zdarsky will be in Gotham Central Comics and Collectibles right here in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, on the 23rd of this month, February. So he's going to be there. It's going to be a Saturday. I think it's going to be from like 9 until 1 or something like that. Either way, I don't know if I'm going to be there the whole time, but I will stop in. I've actually already had Chip Zdarsky sign my Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man issue #1. I don't need him to sign anything else, but I would like to be there just for the sake of, try and get a couple more people there, the word out. I wouldn't mind shaking his hand again. And if he, I'm sure he would sign it, but like, I don't know, maybe I'll try and ask him if he'll draw something for me. You know what I'm saying? Ask him for a commission piece. Would you mind drawing an image of Daredevil and Spider-Man sharing a hoagie? You know what I'm saying? Sharing a sub, something like that. That'd be cool. It's gotta have provolone on there. Because I'm Italian. What do you want? What do you want? La 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 la. So, Yeto, if only something could be done about his sordid romantic past. I don't know how he's still pining for Jean as well. I think that one of the things that makes Scott, I'd say probably a third of what makes Scott is his relationships. And all those crazy relationships that he's been in. I mean, just when he was in when he was in X-23. Oh my God, I only half meant it that way. When he was dating X-23, what does that say about his relationship with Wolverine? Dude, I love that. I love that. That was just so wild, man. Do you think it's dumb for Scott to tell the world that he was alive? Yes, I do think it was dumb for him to walk up and do something like that. Professor, do you think that we'll get a Flash movie after the TV show goes off? Whoa, 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 whoa. Somebody say the TV show's going off? Because every so often, when I think it's on the Tuesdays, which I'm the busiest on Tuesdays, everybody say that they love Iris on the show. So why would they get rid of that? Would they really do that? That'd be ridiculous. Anyway, I don't know. That movie is up in limbo, and like I said, the best thing they could possibly do is not get rid of that movie. Is to absolutely have that movie. Call it Flashpoint. Rework New 52 into Rebirth, and let's just freaking have fun with these characters. I'm sure that Henry Cavill would stay. He should get a raise. He deserves a raise. Dude definitely deserves a raise. You know what I'm saying? Give him a raise. Give him a new director. Let him pick the director. Let him have a fair share in the say of who the director is. You know what I'm saying? Let him be on the board of directors for people who are going to pick the director, for crying out loud. Let the dude stay as Superman. I'd love to see him as Captain Britain, but let's be realistic. Let him stay as Superman, but turn it into Rebirth. Get rid of this stupid New 52 thing where Superman is going around and freaking breaking people's necks and stuff like that. This way we could bring back Zod, and we could just have fun. Let the universe actually be fun, for crying out loud. Let's see. Professor, are you tired of Batman plot armor? I haven't seen Batman plot armor in a while, and that's one of the reasons why I like Tom King's Batman. I bet you like half the people leave the chat. Especially with the absence of the X-Men, the world needs to know that mutants still have a leader. Yeah, I'm sure that Rosenberg did that for a reason. Mark Guerrero, although the Arrowverse Adam is more like Ted Kord Blue Beetle. Oh, this is an old... You guys are like asking questions, and it's going, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go, boom, down to the bottom, and I'm going to start with right up here. I'm going to start with right here. Yeto. We'll start with Yeto. To be fair, I had a crush on X-23 when I was a kid. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But it's the idea that Scott and Wolverine have always been at odds forever. But he's madly attracted to Wolverine's clone. I mean, like, I'm not saying that it's a gay thing, but I don't actually care. What I'm saying is, it's interesting that he hates Wolverine, but he loves Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what a strange bro relation. To me, that's like a very, very extraneous form of two people fighting. All of a sudden, an enemy comes up and they've got to join up for the greater good, and afterwards they just got this amazing respect for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, call me anytime. You know, like one of those kind of things. Except here, it's, you know, hey, where do you want to go for dinner? You know what I'm saying? Hey, do you want me to leave or should I spend the night? Like it's a bit there. It's a bit there. I'm just saying. Loa dying was such crap. Nigel Red says. Loa. Was that also in the X-Men book? I think. Oh yes, it was actually. It was. As soon as somebody says Loa, I start going back to Shadow Man. Sorry. Yes. Loa did. Yeah, that was kind of weird. That is what it is. They're cleaning house, man. Cleaning house. Maggot's okay so far, so we're good. All the Arrowverse shows got renewed for next season. All right, cool. Thank you, Mark. Sean, Blue Marvel will be in Avengers No Road Home. Awesome. Creek Evolve. Apparently, if Netflix cancels these Marvel shows, Marvel Studios cannot use them for about another 2 years. Even if that's true, that's okay. That's actually okay. Because they're going to need time. To get all these things set back up again. They're going to need time. They can't just jump right into it, you know? But they can get all those people involved, bring them back over, and just go into Defenders Part 2. Bang! Action! Really hope Marvel can get John Bernthal to be Cosmic Ghost Rider in 5 years or so. Wow. Seems like Donny Cates' new Guardians of the Galaxy is aiming for an MCU adaptation. And how great it's looking to be, right? Oh, Jesus. Are you serious? It just jumped again? Okay, here we go. I'm back there again. Biggie Shaq. What's going on, Biggie Shaq? Flash has plenty of exposure. I'm sure he'll be popping up but a whole movie, I don't know. He should. Not that Flash, though. You know what? Have him show up there and then have a new actor. Have a better actor. An actor who isn't going to be afraid of signing a damn Marvel book. Like, what a jerk. I'm not going to forgive that. He needs to find that kid and be like, I'm sorry, I will sign whatever you want. Flash movie should recast Iris. We have a Black Wally West on TV. Do we? Yeah, like I said, I've been watching. We need a Ginger Wally at some point in the movies. I want more fun comic books. You know what's funny about that Jesse Johnson? There actually used to be it's Black History Month. Jesse Jackson for this month. Just go with it, and then we'll be good next month. You can go back to being Johnson. What do you call it? More fun comic books. Used to actually be a comic book for, I believe it was for Marvel. It might have been for DC. Whatever. It was for one of the big two. More Fun Comics. So that's actually funny. As soon as you said that, I'm like, what? Sean Sadra, you sent a segment. All right. Let's see what we got in there. Let's see. Actually, I went and I looked at. I've been holding back and looking at my message, and then I noticed that you have, like, you started sending me a bunch of messages, and I forgot. I'm sorry. Like, since Tuesday, I'm sorry. I haven't been answering messages a lot. I haven't been reading my emails. Just been like busy. Rantor, New 52 wrecked a lot of character storylines. Red Hood, Batwoman, etc. Yeah. Victor, what's going on, dude? Because you jumped, hey, Professor. What's going on, Victor? Hey, remember when you went up to Mississauga Fan Expo, whatever that little thing was, and you saw Chip Zdarsky? He's coming back, but at Gotham Central this time. So if you wanted to swing by and say hi, that could be fun. But young Scott didn't really know Logan when he disappeared, did he? No, he was already. I'm pretty sure he was already dead by that time. What do you think of the Perpetua in DC? I think it's a dumb name. Like, if we're just gonna be honest about it, I think it was a dumb name. Shoot, yeah. How many freaking things did you send me? Probably a lot. Oh, okay. That's the question you asked. What happened to Scott, Logan, Cable, and Hope in Age of X-Men? This was a secret variant. Oh yeah, you know what? I didn't see inside the variant cover. There was that white bag comic book for Age of X-Men issue number 1, and the Marvelous X-Men, and this was what the cover actually looked like if you opened the bag. So that's cool. Okay, yeah, I didn't even look. I just didn't care enough. Forge is in Prisoner X. Awesome. Along with... Oh, Oh, is that Laura? Sweet. No, that's uh, Gabby. I know her name. Honey Badger. That's Honey Badger, Beast, Bishop, Forge, and Polaris. Sweet. And Prisoner X. That's going to be cool. If you guys remember Age of X-Men Prime, Bishop was arrested. So that's cool. That's actually really good that they're going to show that. What happened to him? War of Realms issue number 3. Okay, cool. Looks fine. What is this? Spider-Man Miles in April. Oh, geez, he's got to fight Tombstone. Yeah, because we just saw that big reveal recently. So that's cool. Avengers No Road Home cast. Okay, so Hercules, Rocket Raccoon, male Hawkeye, Clint Barton, Scarlet Witch, Vision, Spectrum, Sweet, Blue Marvel. Who is this? Is this Tony Ho? Yes, Tony Ho. The Hulk and Voyager. So, if you guys can see all these characters, I'll actually try and make it a little bit closer. These are the ones. They're going to show up. And don't forget Conan. Conan is going to show up too. What the frick is this? What actually happened in Schism? It's just, there's no schism between us. Go, just go. Completely accurate retelling of X-Men Schism. This is so wrong. Y'all can blame Sean Sedrai for that. What the frick? Oh my god. Alright, so that was fun. That was fun. Let's see. Mark Guerrero, Gotham finale is basically going to be a Batman TV show. Yes. Yeah, that's what I heard. They're going to use a bunch of different tricks to fit him into a 6'2" costume. Although David Mazouz won't wear the suit. Yeah, he'll wear the cowl in close-up, and it'll be his voice. Most of it will be a body double. Okay, so that's how they're going to do it. Makes sense. Silva Surfer, Johnny Blaze and Danny Ketch, Spirits of Vengeance, greater than Cosmic Ghost Rider in my opinion. I can't argue with you. Cosmic Ghost Rider is more fun though. Yeto, past his time. Biggie Shack, I'd like to see more obscure characters, maybe Lobo, Moon Knight. Definitely. Bro, if you were a chick, I'd be all over you. Alright, Victor. I'll keep that in mind. Wow. No homo though, right? That's the thing. No, the 23rd. I see that. Let's see if I'm free. But if I am, I'm down. Yeah, it's going to be on a Saturday. I think it's the 23rd. Cartoons, Jeffrey. Do you think Gargoyles meet Batman would be cool? Dude, Gargoyles meets Batman would be the greatest thing in the world, Jeffrey Lane. Just because the idea of Batman going out on a gargoyle at night and brooding over the city and all of a sudden, hey, get off my head. What? That would be the best. Sorry, just that scene alone, and it's like, dude, we're all hooked. We're all hooked from that point on. What do you call it? Captain Hydra versus Batman Who Laughs. We haven't really seen what Batman Who Laughs can do as of late. Like, there was the brief thing where he took on the Joker and Batman, but I gotta see what happens around issue 4 and 5 of Batman Who Laughs. Could the guy who plays the Punisher for Wolverine, Bernthal, that might work. Elvira comic is really fun right now. I might have to check that out then. Defenders Best Defense was really great. I want the Defenders back. Maybe even a Beast, Iceman, and Angel team with Gargoyle. Well, why not have Cloud and Valkyrie? And they're also just call it Defenders, because I actually loved that lineup the best. To me, that was the best lineup. I think that comic book, they just had the best stories. They could keep going. It was like Alpha Flight. You know what I'm saying? It was that thing that nobody knew about, but everybody who reads it loves it. You know? STDs, Pike could be, it says Star Trek Discoveries. Pike could be Reed Richards in a Fantastic Four movie. I will have to check that out because, yeah, nice one, Edward Brewer. I'll look at that. Jeffrey Lane, Cyclops is always the leader of the X-Men, never Wolverine. That's why I hated the Fox X-Men films for that reason. Is what it is. You gonna watch Doom Patrol? Yes, Mark. I'm gonna give Doom Patrol a chance. Corey, Professor, have Hulk and Bruce ever acted so warmly with each other as they did in the last issue? That was so nice to see. It really was. No, I do not remember them ever. Like, the closest I think they ever worked together was when Hulk was gray, and there was that 4-part countdown series, which I need desperately. 1, in my collection, so I'm not just doing it digitally, and 2, to make a spotlight on story of, because that was just incredible. I remember I was living in Perth Amboy, New Jersey at the time, and it was a really dangerous place. What do you call it? I found out years later that it's the capital of AIDS in New Jersey, so thank God I wasn't sexually active back then. But like, there were fights in high school, and it was bad, dude. Like, wow, it was bad. Anyway, like, any reason somebody could just come up and freaking deck you in the jaw. Like, Guard Your Grill was legit out there. Like, one of the best things about there, I was only able to afford to get one comic book while I was out there, because we were in the process of a move. We had just moved from New Mexico, which we had just moved from Florida from. So we went to from Jersey down to Florida, then over to New Mexico, and then back to Jersey. And we didn't have a place to stay. We were staying with friends in Perth Amboy, and then we moved to Long Branch with family until we got our own place. And that's when I was living back in Asbury Park again. That was when I started going to high school. So this was right in the beginning of freshman year. And I was only able to afford one comic book per month if I was going to have a steady supply. And it was hard because this was coming out, I think, every 2 weeks. But that Countdown Hulk, that was like life for me, man. That was such an amazing comic book. But anyway, towards the end, yeah, Bruce and the Gray Hulk, Mr. Fix-It, had to seriously work together. It was a major pain in the ass, but they had to work together or they were going to die. It was as simple as that. And that was the closest I can remember them ever actually working together, you know? They've never been close, but in this one, when he turned, like, if you guys are not reading Immortal Hulk, what happened in Immortal Hulk, like, me and many, many, many other grizzled, freaking war veteran type, you know, like whatever, like manly men were freaking crying their eyes out reading this comic book, dude. It was so goddamn amazing. Like, what's his name? Al Ewing brought the feels. Like, he didn't just bring the feels. It's like, here, like, release him to the world. He came in with a howitzer talking about boom, 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 firing these things off. Like, oh, I got shot point blank with the feels. And, like, people were not surviving, man. It was carnage. There was so much. It was such a beautiful freaking comic book, man. There was a scene in there. If you don't cry, you have no soul. You have no soul. Just putting that out there. Alita Battle Angel Rocks. Hey, what's going on, Raven? I'm not so familiar with Alita Battle Angel Rocks. I'm not familiar with that one. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is. But what's up, Raven? Did you say good day when you showed up? Is this like the first time? I feel bad like not seeing the good day, man. Anyway, I'm sorry I missed that. Jeffrey talking to you guys, talking to each other. Fine. Just bought the first 4 issues of No Road Home. Oh, pre-order, right, Ian Sinkovitz? Because if you got them early, you and me need to talk. We need to hang out, and I'll just read over your shoulder, brah. Cause, what do you got, Jeffrey Lane? What's that new show coming? Danger Academy with the 5 kids? I don't know. Real Old Man Logan was a good leader. Come back. Come back. You're talking. Countdown 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Silver Surfer knows what I'm talking about. Jesus. There we go. Leader after the Mutant Massacre when Aurora went with Nas to get her, or it should be Nas. It doesn't look like it should be Naze. To get her power back. Nas, not Illumatic Nas, but Mutant Nas. I bought the Illumatic on bootleg. Jay-Z doesn't do diss raps very often, but when he does a diss, it's like heavy beans that like stick to your ribs. You know what I'm saying? Umbrella Academy. Oh yeah, you're talking about Umbrella Academy. Not, dude. Raven is the go-to guy. It's like he knows everything. And yes, I have not even seen the freaking previews to that or the whatever the trailer to that. I need to. I needs to. One-Eyed Polaris got arrested in Prisoner X. We'll find out. He's gonna find out. Probably just by association, being related to freaking what's his name, Magneto. Lobo versus Deadpool. Lobo. Jeffrey Lane. Thanks, Raven. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. No one is ready for Asuka. There you go, Edward Brewer. But at the same time, nah. Becky's ready. Becky's ready. I know she lost in that match, but they did what they had to do, and then they had her come in that freaking Royal Rumble final spot, and god damn, that was great. The thing that's killing me is freaking Nia Jax. You know Nia Jax is going to be fighting Dean Ambrose in a house match? Like, that's just ridiculous. He's actually leaving. He's genuinely leaving, and the last thing they're going to do is put him in a match against Nia Jax. Like, look, I think it's cute when women join in the Royal Rumble for something, but women actually having matches with men is just stupid, because the second that they show a guy punching a girl, they got to show the girl being dominant the entire time. And I think every one of us, I don't know about nowadays, but I know from the 80s, anytime a guy has ever had a woman trying to, beat up on them, it's like, I can't punch back. I'm not allowed to hit back. I can't do, what can I do? What am I allowed to do? Nothing. I got to, take a beating? That's embarrassing. It's a no-win situation. And there is, as long as the guy is, a civil human being, there's no threat to the woman. So, what's up with that? So, same exact thing in the, in the WWE. Nia Jax comes walking in. I mean, it bothers me because, she's a good enough looking woman, you know what I'm saying? But as far as her in-ring ability, so she's kind of limited. She's fairly strong, but most of that's just because of her size. I mean, how tall is she, man? She's tall and she's a big girl. But I mean, she's got no flexibility, none. She can't do much, And just, so I mean, what are you going to do? She's going to go there, she's going to punch a guy. The guy can't punch back, because imagine if you're the guy who punches back on any woman, even a woman as big as Nia Jax. Dude, your career is over. Your career is done. I mean, I could be wrong. Prove me wrong. But I'd rather them not have to prove me wrong. I don't want to risk somebody losing the thing. What do you call it? Randy Orton doing the out of nowhere. What the hell? It's basically the Diamond Cutter, the RKO. Basically, him doing his version of the Diamond Cutter, the RKO, is that's fine, I guess, but the second you try to hurt somebody, I mean, come on, man, you can't punch. What you can do? Keep on throwing her against the ropes, swinging her against the ropes? That's just stupid. That stuff just kills me. Oh, Victor was talking about Cyclops X-23. Okay, cool. Yeah, whew. You feel like Robbie is getting a new power each Avengers issue? Yes, and I almost feel like he should. Sean. Alex Samuel, hey, brother. What's going on, dude? I made it. You got to stop coming when Columbo comes on. Columbo? Wow. Is that like reruns, or they reboot that? Any word on the new Wolverine Logan actor? No. No word that I have seen as of yet. Which, that's fine. Honestly, I'm hoping that Avengers Endgame has Hugh Jackman show up. You know what I'm saying? That would be perfect. If he just shows up and, it only has to be for, 90 seconds. Maybe it doesn't even have to be that long, but, if he shows up for just 90 seconds and, him and Captain America walk up and they're just hey, shake hands really quick. Holy crap. And then, of course, everything gets rebooted. Sorry, Captain America needs to die, because everybody who thought oh my God, when Peter, sorry for spoilers for a movie that's a year old, but when Peter died, everybody's no. When Captain America dies, it is going to be the ultimate freaking tear fest. Like just the you're gonna walk in, the movie theater's gonna be dry. You're gonna walk out, and like the floor will be moist. They're gonna have to put up wet floor signs. You know what I'm saying? Pisomawado. Start putting up some signs all over the place, talking about be careful because you will trip on tears. All right, you will slip on tears. It's true. Oh, my cat's trying. Oh, she walked away. I was gonna let my cat come in. The problem is, I think that Red Black Cane 2099 is out there, and he wants to eat my cat. He's joking. Victor wants a really good grade. Ghost Rider is Cosmic Deadpool. Cosmic Ghost Rider is Cosmic Deadpool. All Cyclops and Wolverine. You guys are talking to each other. Chicka. No, yeah, they dated. Yep. That was the thing. They never dated. No, they got together. They got together. All right, they got together. They was doing. I forgot Valkyrie was in that. Ian Sienkiewicz, man, in that Defenders one, that was like if you didn't love Valkyrie before, you loved her in Defenders. There was the one scene where the firefighter went in to try and save some people, and he did, but on the way out, he inhaled some flame, so his lungs were singed. There was no chance of saving him, and he was dying. And like, Valkyrie went up and was like, "I'll take him," and like, I'm getting choked up just thinking about it. She walked him through the smoke into Valhalla, and came back, and it's like, holy crap! Holy crap, that was such a freaking powerful scene, man. And the things that everybody was saying to her afterwards, that was amazing. God, that was such a, like, oh, I want to, you know what? I got, I think I've actually got that story in here. I can't remember. Oh, yeah, come here, baby. But one of the only Essentials book that I have is actually The Defenders. The only freaking Essentials book I have is the Defenders one. I saw a bunch of. I got this for $3 at a dollar store 2 years ago, and I haven't read through the whole thing, but you know I flipped through it like crazy and just went and had some serious fun with this. But like the Defenders, man, God, amazing. Always loved the Defenders, dude. What do you have it? I saw a bunch more of the Essentials books in a Goodwill store, the one of the Goodwill stores next to me, and I wanted to buy them, but they were trying to charge like $11 each book. I think it was $11 each book. I'm like, dude, I'm just no, sorry. When I could buy them brand new for $15, like that's just stupid. I want to help, but I'm not. Come on now, you can charge $11 for a book? What the frig? So, you saw the idea of Batman 3 being made into a comic book movie after Batman Returns. They were going to make it, but stopped it. Shake my... I don't know what they're doing, dude. I don't know what they're doing with the animated universe. I don't know what they're doing at all. They got this new one coming out, Justice League versus the Lethal 5. I just don't see it, man. Like, who cares? And they're gonna have cameos. They're gonna have freaking Jessica Cruz in it and stuff like that. That's cute and all. You know, it'd be even better. Make a Jessica Cruz movie. How about that? Like, have some faith in the characters besides Batman and Superman and the Justice League as a whole. Have some faith in the characters that you got. That just doesn't make sense to me, dude. What is the matter with these people? So, so hyped for Doom Patrol. Did you guys hear Blob and Psylocke will be a thing? Sean, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, this actually went down. Oh, jeez. Okay, so I'm going to start from here. Sorry if I missed anybody. You guys call in and say hi. In fact, you know, there's like a whole bunch of people I'm not familiar with here. If anybody wants to do a shout out where you came from, by all means, throw it in the chat and I'll shout you out. Sam Levine would make a good Wolverine if he lifted weights. Justin Giles, what's up? Do you think we'll have any high hopes for Age of X-Men? No. I know you didn't care for Marvelous X-Men, but the extremists might change your mind. I'm hoping I'm going to check issue 1 of each and every one of those comic books, and I'm really hoping that somebody does change my mind, because that could actually be really cool. Biggie Shack, Professor, what do you think about Kate's controlling everything cosmic? That's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird. Kate's is good. You know, don't get me wrong. He's, in fact, we could say he's really good. He's freaking amazing. He's cult worthy. But he's also new, and he has had some not so, like, case in point, the Death of the Inhumans wasn't really that great, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta if you're gonna spit, you gotta spit facts. And you know, the guy's not perfect. Nobody is, but the trick of it is he's kind of new at this. I mean, he's kind of new at Marvel. I don't know how long he's been at Marvel, but I mean, like, has it been a whole year that he's been at Marvel? So that's kind of weird to say. I can understand if you can have an event and say, here you go, Donny Cates, you're going to lead this event, and here you go. You know, like the Marvel Knights 20th anniversary. That's fine. But you turn around and you say something like, everything cosmic must go through Donny Cates. That's weird. Hopefully if it pans out, good on him. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, let's see. $3. Damn, yo, what a deal. Yeah, dude, I had a bunch. Edward, dude, I was actually mad. I still think about that day that I saw this, because I grabbed it. I had just come to Canada. I just came to Canada. I've been here several times before, but I had just moved here, and I didn't know how permanent it was going to be. I knew we were going to, you know, get an apartment. It was actually this apartment that we're in. But I didn't know how serious my wife was about us staying here. I still thought we were going to go back to the Middle East and keep on, you know, working over there and, you know, making some killer freaking, you know, bankroll. But, you know, we were there. I was like, you know what? I'm going to, you know, I'm going to have a little bookshelf. I'm going to have a couple books, maybe something I could take back with me. And I was in this dollar store just hanging out with her, still not knowing that I was going to stay here permanently. And they had a whole bunch of essentials, a whole bunch of books. Here's where here's where I just want to kick myself right in the head. They had the essentials, the first book, Essentials of Tomb of Dracula. That slays me that I didn't buy it. All these for $3. All of them. Ugh. And I didn't buy it because I'm like, what am I going to do with all of these? But I saw Defenders. I was like, oh my God, I miss the Defenders so much. And like, I got all these books in my hand, and I still go back and visit that dollar store. It's moved since then, but I still visit the same dollar store under the same management, hoping that one day they're going to get a resupply of books like that. It's been 2 years and just nothing, and it breaks my heart, dude, because wow. Goodwill got crappy in the last couple of years. It really did. They turned into something where it's not just not-for-profit. They're trying to make a whole lot of not-for-profit money, you know? Okay, I'm going to have to go from here because... Oh, wait, actually, did you guys start... Okay, I don't have to go that far. Why the Last Man will be getting a TV show. Yes, I think they're coming... Are they coming to Netflix or something else, Mark? But, yeah, that's awesome. Caleb, what's going on, dude? I trust Donny Cates with anything at this point. This new Guardians of the Galaxy made me buy my first Guardians comic book. Love that roster. Annihilators meet the Guardians, right? Edward Brewer, Jessica is one of the best characters in the last 10 years. I've got to read up on her. I've got to read up on her more. I'll have to find bleach for my eyes because that Wolverine Cyclops pick. Right? It's just, I must be cleansed. Sean, I'm not lying. Apparently Blob and Psylocke will be a thing in Age of X-Men. Oh, God. If Sean says it, I believe it. I don't even know what to say. Rantor is in New York City, baby. Mark Guerrero, Jessica Cruz will be the lead character with Starboy in Justice League vs. Fatal 5. Caleb in Puerto Rico. Dude, how's it in Puerto Rico right now? Because you got a bum deal, and anybody with a brain knows that. And I am so sorry for everything that you guys have lost there. And for how hard it is, the rebuilding process. That is straight up BS. Raven lives in Oz, also known as Aussie Land. Yeto in California. John Keller. What's going on, John Keller? What's your favorite Spidey title right now between Amazing, Friendly, and Miles Morales? Dude, no, that's not fair. That's not fair. That's just not even fair. I'm gonna have to go with Amazing, but under much duress. All right, much duress. That's not cool. In fact, it's like I think this is the first thing I'm ever reading from you. I'm not sure, and I already don't like you. I'm joking, but only that much. Yeto. Yeto is from Clintar. Okay, cool. One of these days I'll get around to visiting there. Let's see. Sean. Sorry, Cody Irwin, but this one really happened. What do you think will be the payoff for Wolverine? Do you think these three characters will be in the War of Realms? William Dublin. Real talk, that has got to be like the question right now to ask. What are they going to do with these 3 issues of Hulkverines? Because curiouser and curiouser, as Hank McCoy would say. That's like the $1 million question. What are they going to do, and will they be in War of Realms? I got to see what the books are going to be like. I know the art's going to be beautiful because Ario Anindito is going to be on it, but I don't know how the book's going to be. I don't know what they're going to go with it. I don't know what the purpose of it is. We'll see. Sue-Ann, what's up, Sue-Ann? Howdy, folks. Just came by to say hi to you all. Out with friends on a belated birthday dinner. Oh, okay. Cool. Have fun on the belated birthday dinner. You belated until, I guess Saturday's the best day to do that. So fine. Thou art forgiven. But, what's up? Nigel. Rosenberg killed off 2 women for some good classic man pain. Trademarked. Great move. Biggie Shack, I think Carnage will be, is going to be the big baddie. You think so? Yeah, Death of the Humans is my least favorite Kate's book, right? Victor, I want to see some Doomsday again in a movie. For no reason other than watching the one-armed rampage. Happy birthday, Sue-Ann. Starlin is greater than Kate's 365. I think it'll be fun. Talking to each other. Yeto, Ahab. Pensacola. Just jumped. Come on, man. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. Dodora 73. Pensacola, Florida. USNRET. I don't know what use and ret is. He obviously knows his history. Biggie Shack. I guess you're talking about Kate's. Yeah, he does. He really does. That arc might continue in X-Force, though, with Kid Cable, since Ahab is a presence again. Plus, Ahab stole his daughter. Professor, how much is the Marvel Greek Pantheon different from DC's? I think that the thing that's the strange, the biggest twist, the biggest, addy, I don't know. It's weird. The Greek Pantheon in Marvel is powerful but hardly ever mentioned. The most powerful, because it's one of the religions, one of the pantheons that has a sky father, which is Zeus in that regard. Every one of these pantheons has a sky father. But the Norse mythology, the Norse pantheon, Odin, is not only the sky father, he's also the all-father. So that makes that one the most powerful of them. So I would say that the Greek mythology in DC Comics is much more powerful. They would claim that it's not true, but since Zeus has powers very unlike the Zeus from Marvel. Zeus in DC is like an equal to All-Father. All-Father. What the frick is his name? Highfather. There we go. He's like equal to Highfather. And since he's from the third world, he's one of the old gods, and Highfather is a new god. He's from you should say the fourth world, but technically it's the fifth world now. They get to redo it. They get to redo their missions. Anyway, Yeah, they're ridiculously powerful. Like the ability to just stop time for all characters, including Superman, and hold a private conversation with each other. That's pretty badass. You gotta hand it to them. So I think that they're more powerful there. Um, Mark, it'd be great to get a Spider-Man, Iceman, and Human Torch team up in the MCU. I would like to see the Spider-Man and his amazing friends with Human Torch as opposed to Firestar. Nigel Red, yeah, they really got rid of as cool a concept as Bloodstorm. Yeah, I agree. Bloodstorm was amazing, Nigel. I loved Bloodstorm. When I bought, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I don't want to mess with my stuff. Well, the thing is actually attached to my thing. But I've got Storm up top. Where the hell is she? There she goes on top of my katana. So it's actually, you can see like her feet at the very least. If I lift my thing up, you can see her up there. She's right next to the hammer. She's right next to that mini Mjolnir, as opposed to my big Mjolnir, which is right here over my shoulder. I got two Mjolnirs. I'm that worthy. What do you call it? I got her, and I already had an Aurora. I had her in the old with the Diamond Select one. You know, it's awesome. But I got that one because it looked like Bloodstorm. I love Bloodstorm. She's freaking awesome. But anyway, Mutant X, I guess no more, right? I really liked her and the whole relationship with Scott. Yeah, I didn't really like her relationship with Scott. It just seemed whatever, but you know, it was cool. I just liked her as a character. It's one of the reasons why I thought X-Men Blue was so good. Excuse me. Yeah, exactly. That same thing with Yeto. It didn't seem very genuine. Sad they never went anywhere with that in X-Men Blue. Exactly. Beta Ray Bill cracked me up in Guardians. Beta Ray Bill was actually funny in Death of the Inhumans too. Bill's the best, man. Professor Bill. Have you read Wolverine: The Long Night #2 yet? I'm actually really liking it. And the art from Marco Takara. Yeah, I think that review will go up tomorrow. I believe that review will go up tomorrow. Don't quote me. If not, it'll go up on Monday. But anyway, Silver Surfer with green love for PR for Puerto Rico. Paula, well, my head just hit the keyboard. Ugh, I'm sorry. Get some sleep. Talk to you later. Get well. Sabah Abid, hey, what's going on? Mark, Walking Dead pretty much losing any character and fans they care about. Season 2, all they'll have left is Daryl. Plus, in the... What was it? I think in the comic book, I don't do the reviews on the Walking Dead comic book because it's too much to catch up on. But I think in the comic book, didn't they just get finished killing Daryl? Well, no, not Daryl, Derek. I think they just got finished killing Derek, which is messed up. It's like, it made sense, I guess, but wow. Talking about living in the moment, not thinking it out. I like Superior the most. Oh, I forgot about Superior Spider-Man, right? No, I still like Amazing the best, but I love Superior Spider-Man. I just hope that he's treated well in the comic book. So far, pretty good, but we'll see. Justin Giles, Jason Aaron, Donny Cates are killing it right now. I love the cohesion in Marvel more than I did in Civil War 2. We don't mention Civil War 2. Ed Brisson, Matthew Rosenberg, and Tilly Thompson made me love X-Men again. Nice. That was a weird noise. My heater just went off and I heard a bang. I guess somebody just closed the door and didn't use the door handle. Let's see. Joe Caines. Hey, Professor. My first time being able to catch you live. Love the content and the channel. Well, thank you very much, Joe Caines. Naja Red, Worm, Bloodstone, Storm, and Scott had at least one cute moment in each arc. They did. It's true. They did. It just wasn't like, having cute moments is different than actually, I don't know, whatever. Oh, Dodora, United States Navy, retired. Oh, so you're old. I mean, you're old too. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Yeah, it's funny, man. Like, all the Uh, what the hell do we call them? Oh, is it getting late? I think it's getting late. Oh, hour and 15 minutes. Jeez. What is it? The hazing rituals that we would do in the army. I've talked with plenty Navy guys, and they talk to me about, whenever you got, the hazing rituals you guys have, especially when you're going to cross like the prime meridian for the first time or the equator for the first time. You guys have got the greatest, most messed up freaking hazing rituals ever. My hazing rituals, like we get things like, I think my favorite one, because it's just so cut and dry, was every time you got rank. I imagine this was all throughout the military. Like every wow, I'm getting freaking tired. Not division, every branch. There we go. Every branch of the military, you get your new rank. You get the medal rank. You got the 2 pins in each one, right? You got the backings. Well, you get the rank, but you have to earn the backings. So you stand and everybody's in a line, and you got to walk up, and everybody's gonna shake your hand, say congratulations for your promotion, your new rank. But they're also gonna take their hands and they're gonna bam, smack them into your freaking your lapel, and you got to wear it just right so it goes into skin, because you don't want it to go into your collarbone. You know what I'm saying? And of course, it always winds up going in your freaking collarbone. So you're just like, you're walking out, you got freaking dots all over the place. It's like it's like perfect grouping, dude, perfect grouping. But yeah, it was just it's so stupid and just whatever. It is what it is. But like, yeah, like that's the kind of hazing rituals I'm used to. But having to find a damn orange in the garbage with your mouth, like, what the frick is the matter with you guys? You guys are the best. I tip my hat and I take a step back. You freaking guys in the Navy are the best. You got the best hazing rituals I've ever heard of. It's all about freeing people and their moral coils, no longer an augur of chaos. Oh, who are we talking about? Yeto. I'll have to scroll up for that. Devotion to Chaos, that was extra cringy. Serving Null thing. Oh, the you're talking about Venom. In the Venom comic book, Carnage. Yeah, it's we'll see how that works. We'll see how that works. Of course, just chaos for Carnage. Really annoying. But he just wants to be more powerful, man. You can't blame the guy for that. Can't fault the dude. I'm just curious to see what Marvel is going to do with Namor ever since Invaders #1, right? Like, there's a chance, but plus, I think most of what we're going to get should be in the Avengers comic books, because they really tripped him up in Avengers, man. Caleb, the rebuilding process here in Puerto Rico was long and hard, but after a year that has passed, things have been better, even though the help from the U.S. was the mainland was late as heck. Yeah. It's funny, man. Even our military was sitting there telling people, like, hey, man, we got to do better. We got to bring up their grid again. We got to do these things with the people. We don't have enough people. And some of the people you're sending over are useless. And these care packages that you're doing are freaking pointless. You're wasting money. And people just, like the government, the basically the White House, they just had 2 squirts to give. It's ridiculous. Right up here. If anybody ever wants to listen to a good podcast, Constitutional Dish is one that I listen to. Comes out about once every 2 weeks, and the girl who does it, all she basically does is she reads the she watches C-SPAN, and she reads all the new bills that are passed and voted on, and which ones get passed in the Senate, specifically outside of the House of Representatives. So she looks at all of these things and she comments on them, and she reads them in a way that we can easily understand. They usually give it as about an hour and a half, 2.5 hour podcast, whatever, something like that. It's only about the first hour where she's actually talking about that stuff. Afterwards, she's just talking with friends and bringing up whatever lately. But like, if you listen to just the first hour of that, it's extremely informative, and that's actually where I got the most information about what they were and weren't doing in Puerto Rico. That was several episodes ago, and just amazing stuff. Amazingly sad stuff, but yeah. So, Congressional. It's called Congressional Dish. That's what it's called. congressional dish. Go check that out, definitely. Right up there with the Wizard Shazam. Mark, with Disney possibly buying Hasbro. Oh, yes, as soon as you said that, that's the first thing that I thought. Oh, and good point about James Gunn, because he really wanted to have Rom the Space Knight in there. But as soon as you said that Disney might buy Hasbro, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking is, dude, they can get their hands on Rom the Space Knight. That's why I actually went quiet and I didn't read it out loud, because I wanted to see if you were going to mention that, and you sure enough did. Bloodstore was frigid. Blue Bennett, hey y'all. What's up, Professor? What's going on, Blue Bennett? Let's scroll down again because, wow, jumping. So let's go down here. Breaking news on Man of Steel 2, but I can't leave to check it out. The show is too good. Well, fine. Where'd you find that breaking news, bud? Because I want to see what's up with Man of Steel 2. Don't see any news here. Where's the freaking breaking news, man? Let's see. Is it over here? Nope, it's not. Tony Stark adds Iron Man. Iron Man adds Jim Zub as a co-writer. Freaking see, there you go. CBR is just putting that news out. They just put that news out. That news wasn't put out in the beginning of the podcast. Oh, an hour ago. HN Network Entertainment. They didn't put that out before, so now they're going to put that out, and that's so funny because I was talking about that freaking yesterday. So these guys are useless, man. Straight useless. Okay, HN Entertainment. I've never even heard of these guys before. What's up with that? Da 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 da. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. Oh my God! Can you believe that they're going to do The Trench? WB is going to do an Aquaman spin-off movie called The Trench, a horror movie, and it's going to have nothing to do with Aquaman or anybody else. Just that. I'm sorry. Who the hell thought that was a good idea? That's just insanity. Okay, I'm looking at stuff from yesterday. I don't see anything on their Twitter feed, so by all means, let me know what's up. Why do you think Thanos transferred, or who do you think Thanos transferred his mind to? I honestly think he transferred his mind to Gamora. It's the obvious choice. They're going to get it out of the way. They're going to say no. Oh, on YouTube. Darn it. So, like, maybe, maybe they're gonna investigate her first, and I think they're gonna rule her out. And then I think that when they've ruled her out, that's when Thanos is going to start doing his crazy stuff to her. I am positive it was her. Like, positive. Worst case scenario, it might be Star Fox, because he's the one who actually got the last will and testament, so that was weird. Mr. Comics 89, what's going on, dude? Justin Giles, Thanos controlled site. Yeah, right? The Star Fox thing, same thing I said. Sorry, Victor. Dylan Anthony. Dude, Victor, dude, you like the Hulk. Why aren't you reading Immortal Hulk? You're going to love it. Dylan Anthony, I've been hearing about The Trench all day. What the hell with the story? Exactly. They don't talk. Like, what are they going to do? You know what? You know what I'm thinking? It's going to be a horror version of the Star Wars Christmas special. Go ahead. Prove me wrong. It's on their YouTube channel. Yeah, I'll check it out later. I'm not going to check out their stuff now. I'm not going to check out a freaking video right now, damn it. It's going to be a full-out horror movie, but I just don't see how that's going to be that interesting. They're going to have, exactly, they're going to have, well, no, not the others. They're going to have, like, regular people as, you know, whatever. I don't know. It's going to take place in their home base. All the things they're saying just sound so silly to me. Are they bringing back the Red Hulk? It's a good possibility because General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross just died, so or was assassinated, and I think it's Captain America. But in the next issue of Immortal Hulk, they're going to his funeral, so we might see Red Hulk pretty soon. We might even see Betty Banner return as the Red She-Hulk, which could be damn cool. Just saying. I was actually Comics Uno. Comics Uno just put out something about that recently, and I commented on it. And I said it would actually be kind of cool if the intelligentsia, specifically the leader, still had her under mind control, and she would turn to the Red She-Hulk to do some damage, and then she would go back, but she would have no memory of it whatsoever. I thought that would actually be pretty cool. Ice Cream Man and Invincible, same quad. Yeah, somebody actually told me to check out what you call it, the Ice Cream Man before, and I never did. Oops. I don't know any. Oops. I don't know any comic shops around my area. That's the issue. I may just have to read comics digitally. Yes, or you can order a subscription. They'll come straight to your house, dude. You'll be fine, Victor. They got you. Marvel's got your back, bruh. I gotta go continue my homework, Eddie Kid says, on a Saturday night, but thanks, Professor. Help me procrastinate a bit. Have a good one, everybody. I'll see you later, brother. Dylan Anthony, it's good to be a regular. It's gonna be about regular guys out in ships and people keep going missing or something. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking it's gonna have to be. At best, it's gonna have to be a bunch of nobodies who just, oh no, we've disappeared. What's going on? Yes, General Ross is dead again, Rand. Hi, Father. Yes, oh, you're way back there, dude. Oh, and so is this. I think Red Hulk will show up after MCU Ross and the Serum and the Hulk. Yes, because he does have his own Hulk machine. We saw that. Justin Giles, digital isn't too bad. All right, and Sabah Abed, I'm on issue 3 now. Immortal Hulk. Previously reading Hulk. Okay, I don't wanna spoil anything for you, Sabah, because it's good. Hey, Jonathan Lovett's here. The Hulk and Aleister Crowley stuff is very advanced for kids. It isn't any Hulk 1 through 6 homage. It's Jewish mysticism mixed in with Crowley. I'm reading, but totally on board. I'm actually impressed that you know about Aleister Crowley, but at the end of the day, the Jewish Gnosticism is pretty much exactly what the pretty all of his books, specifically book 4. That's everything. You know what I'm saying? That's everything that he does. But magic and theory and practice, all that stuff. Yeah, it is really. It's basically Jewish Gnosticism mixed it like the Kabbalah mixed with his yoga stuff, because according to reports, not just him, according to other people who knew him back in India, he would beg for money by going into yoga, not tantric, but yoga poses, and people were actually so impressed. Locals were so impressed with this white guy, this Englishman, who could do yoga so well, better than a lot of them, that they were just like, wow, yeah, here's coinage, dude, you deserve it. So that's actually pretty interesting, enough about him. You know what they need to do, and I was thinking about doing it myself one day, they need to make a comic book about Aleister Crowley and just his life, all the crazy things that happened to this guy. That if that dude isn't comic book character, I don't know what the hell a comic book character is. You know what I'm saying? So much stuff that this dude has done. He was crazy, and I loved it. One step too far. What's going on, dude? Henry Cavill shot scenes for Shazam. Oh, Batflick is fulfilling his final film with one as well. You heard it here first. Nice one. That's right. You can order them online. Aleister Crowley, the 666 Beast. That's what he wanted to do. Aleister Crowley was trippy as hell. Jimmy Page bought his castle. Yeah, not Headley Grange. That's where they did the fourth Zeppelin album. What the hell is it called? Crap! I know the name of his castle, the haunted property and all that stuff. They actually showed it. If you guys ever want to go back and look at a good Led Zeppelin live concert, the Song Remains the Same live concert is. I think you'll understand why they are just the best. Fight me. Don't at me, bruh. But you actually get to see Aleister Crowley's property because Jimmy Page bought it. I don't think he owns it anymore. I think he sold it, but whatever. Yes, you actually get to see the property itself, and it's pretty cool. You can see how you can see it. It's actually right on the Loch Ness, which is hysterical. Storm is the Black Panther right now, with their couple's name is Porum. Aggressively relaxing, no. What's her name? Shuri is the Black Panther again. Um, the MCU needs to bring back Betty Ross. The General Ross needs to have a scene with Ruffalo's Banner. That'd be cool. Who do I want more? Liv Tyler, or my girl? The madly in love with her, and I can't remember her name. From Labyrinth, I know her name. Anyway, she. It's funny. I commented on one of her Facebook posts, and a day later she liked my comment. And I don't get all like, oh my god, but with her I did, because I am Jennifer Connelly, that's her name. I am so, like, I can't say I'm in love with her because I don't know her, but oh my god, she is gorgeous. Like, wow. So yeah, she liked my post, and like I went and told my wife, I was like, she liked my comment. She's like, that is so cool. I was like, I know. Would you be mad if I married her? Like, oh my god. I don't even care what she says, but it is what it is. Let's see, the DCEU feels suspended in place. It is. It 100% is. Like, I think about Aquaman, the best movie that they've put out, hands down. Freaking, it pretty much ignored everything in Justice League. It ignored everything. They're like, screw you. We ain't doing nothing with you no more. Has anyone read the Man and Superman 100-page spectacular? I have it. I haven't actually put it out yet. Oh, jumping. Crap, I didn't even read the rest of your thing, and like literally it's jumping a lot. I have it. I didn't read it yet. I'm going to do that review. Probably I'll put it out on Monday or Tuesday. I might put that out early Tuesday morning. Brett Hess Art, what's up, Professor? Your favorite indie read right now? My favorite indie right now is this one, Red Sonja. Holy crap, this was so funny. Like this, oh, let me do it so it's not shiny. There we go. Red Sonja #1 out of Dynamite. This is volume 5. This was funny. Like I loved it. And it just has so much stuff on there. Let's see. Jonathan Lovett, I saw Jimmy Page get a question on Golden Dawn. He was a part of the Golden Dawn, which is funny. I don't know if he was with Crowley long enough to join the Ordo Templari Orientis, but whatever. The Oxford Union HW said writing songs forward is hard enough, but Page was nervous. His commentary on the backwards stuff. Yeah, that's just silly. Bustle in your hedgerow. The people talk about they did stuff backwards. It's just really. Edward Brewer, no, I do not have a Patreon. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here for grabbing your guys' money. What do you call it? I am going to do something soon. I don't know. I think I might just do it here on because like you can always do a super chat. I'm almost at. YouTube is saying that within 2 months I should be at 10,000. Once I go to 10,000, this is going the way of the dodo. I'm going to go back to having some short hair because this is really hard. Having long hair is freaking hard, but I'm going to do it for a good cause. I'm going to donate my hair to Children's Cancer Society. I was going to do it for Locks of Love because I've done that twice before, but that's in the States, and that's a bit to send it. But I could do something locally instead for the Children's Cancer Society, so I'm going to do that. More kids get to wear my hair as a wig, so I'm totally down with that 100%. And I will, I will actually have video cameras at the barber shop where I go. They'll probably be just a mall cut, so whatever. But wherever I go, I will have all that good stuff there. And when I'll air it live. And I will actually, ask for super chats, and all of the proceeds will go to a local place. It will probably go to the Bloor Children's Hospital, or it'll go to the same thing. But yeah, I'm gonna actually do something like that because like this coming off should mean something. I'm just saying, this will stay. This will stick around. I might shorten it a little bit, but anyway. Let's see. Kashmir is the best song from Led Zeppelin. I can't pick a favorite song from Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin is just freaking amazing. Zeppelin best songs Since I've Been Loving You. And also you got to remember a lot of their songs like Since I've Been Loving You are actually other people's songs. So good renditions, right? Page throws it off to Plant. Something happened to keep Plant from making £1 billion on tour and record. Jennifer Connelly, yo. Yeah, I love Jennifer Connelly. It's going too far. I can't see where one begins and one ends, so let's just go to here. Mark Guerrero, Jason Momoa was a good Conan. Problem was a script. Surprisingly, Amber Heard was going to play Red Sonja at one point. That's funny. That is awesome. She might be able to pull it off. I don't know. I think she could. Creek Evolved, what do you think about Namor versus Aquaman Death Battle that just came out recently? Oh, did it come out? No spoilers, if you will. I didn't actually watch it yet. And I will watch it, and if I don't like it, then yeah, I'll definitely do a commentary on it. I'll put that up. That would be a good one to put up on Tuesday, right? He laughed but threw lyrics off to Plant. There's some special comic issues. Are there some special comic issues you have in your collection? One of these days I have to go over a bunch of the comics that I have, because I do have some pretty good ones. I actually used to keep Death of Captain Marvel, Marvel Graphic Novel issue #1, right there behind me. And I was afraid of it bending, so I took it down. But it's actually down here somewhere, but there are other comic books on top of it. Try to make sure it like presses a little bit, you know, the old school way. One step too far. Professor, I've caught on to how well read you are. Can I send you a video that will blow your mind and reshape your mind on BVS? It can be YouTube link for security safety. Yeah, by all means. Send me something. I've still got a bunch of podcasts that I have to catch up on. I like my political podcasts, but it's how I keep up to date. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 of 1 episode. Anyway, yeah, I got 4 more to catch up on, but yeah, I'll watch it one of these days. Is the video that you're gonna show me where the end of Man of Steel perfectly co-aligns with the beginning of BVS? Because if so, I actually saw that and it is masterful. I have mentioned before that Zack Snyder is an amazing cinematographer. He is amazing when he gets behind the camera and he's directing scenes and things like that. And the timing he did for that, superb. It's second to none. And it's one of those things like he's humble enough to not talk about it and just let us find it out on his own. That's great. The problem is he sucks at writing. It's like you take the good, you take the bad. Facts of life thing. So if that's the one you want to send me, I've already seen it. But if there's something else, yeah, by all means, I'll get the time eventually to watch it. The Avengers vs. Old Dracula that has not eaten yet, as we saw in the last issue, was so scary. Yeah, right. That was pretty cool. That's what she said. Sane quad. Something bad that prevents a tour. Excuse me, beard and all. I addressed that. Yeah, shaved my beard yesterday. New beginning. Mark Guerrero, Justice League Dark versus Defenders. Nah, dude, you can't argue with Justice League Dark. And Defenders didn't really have a powerhouse on it. Like the most they had was Valkyrie. You know what I'm saying? She was depending on, if we're going by the latest incarnation of the Defenders. If you're going by the original Defenders, ooh, yeah, no, I don't think that Wonder Woman can handle Hulk and Silver Surfer and Namor and freaking Doctor Strange. Like, they just don't stand a chance. And the other guys on that team, what the hell are they going to do against those 4? What the hell are they going to do against those 4? So you can have Zatanna talking backwards and Doctor Strange just, Mists of Morpheus, shut up. And then just start wrecking house on everybody. You know, it's a nice sword, monkey. It's going to look really nice shoved up your butt. Sideways. I mean, like, come on, man. What are you going to do against these people? Swamp Thing's going to be like, I'm going to stop you all. What's this water? Ah! They're going to get jacked up, dude. How's the new Tony Stark issue? Bruh, I got a review up. 31 peeps, that's impressive. Crap, stop. One step too far. I made the video and Oscar winner wrote BVS. Send me the video. I will look at it. If you made it, yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Star Wars 61 art not good. I'm not even gonna read Star Wars 61. Yeah, it just wasn't. They were talking about it's a new beginning. It's not a new beginning. It's cute saying it, but it's just not true. I don't understand why the DCEU is in such a bad state. It's not fair for fans. It's not. It's not. But they need to fix themselves. They need to un-F themselves, so to speak. Brevin Campbell, 12. I wonder if Doctor Strange Damnation is going to be brought up. Daredevil 1, Zardowski loved it. Yes, he's going to be at my comic book shop on the 23rd. He's just talking about it. Professor, what are your predictions on Cyclops and Wolverine's plan to save the X-Men? Any idea how the new team will help them? No. I have no idea. I'm imagining they're going to find one of the people, like one of the people that can actually help them out, maybe Blink, and then they'll get themselves un-effed. You know, they just have to find a way, and then they'll probably enter those, these different realms that these guys are in, the age of, not Apocalypse, age of X-Man, age of Nate Gray, and from there they'll have to fight with whatever they got to fight with to not be changed by those memories, and then start wheedling the X-Men out one by one. And if they were smart, if Rosenberg is wants to really have some fun with it, he'll make this comic book spread out. He'll make it so that, it's not just, they go and they rescue all the X-Men, they come out and, okay, let's go out and fight the day. No. Go in on individual missions and rescue 1 to 3 X-Men tops per issue. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how important these X-Men are, how popular they are. Just go in and, make a whole comic book devoted to how we're going to rescue these guys. Think along the lines of how, was it Straczynski who was doing Thor at the time, when he had to go and find... he realized who Balder was. He realized who Heimdall was. He realized who all these different people were reborn after this version of Ragnarok, and he rescued these people and brought them back to being full on Asgardians again. Think along those lines. That could be fun if he plays with it. That's also what she said. Oh, Flash Annual, nice lead to a Crisis. Batman 64, digging it. Nice. Yeah, I really like Batman 64. 5-second quiz. Who wins in a fight, Batman or Iron Man? Mr. Comics. I got to give it to Iron Man. Sorry. Batman's great and all, but I just don't think he's got the power to face off against Iron Man. And I'm not doing that whole freaking, what if he's got prep time? There's no such thing as prep time. Okay? It's not a fight if it's prep time. Caleb, Daredevil #1 with Zardowski was great. Yes, it was. Jeff Johns makes my heart cry and my brain weep. Blame Whedon, not Jeff Johns. Doctor Strange last week, also awesome. That Q question challenge of the 4 crews with superior cultures, Metron, Squire Gothos, etc. Intriguing. Exactly. You know what would have been nice if Caretaker was there also. From Voyager, I think that would have been really fun. Really fun. Robert Stone, not Roger Stone. Sorry, I like you a little bit better now. What's going on, dude? Welcome to the channel. Can't wait till Punisher #8. Punisher is just amazing right now. That's the dark side of Rosenberg. Just saying balancing the force. JMS Thor is love, definitely was. Mark Guerrero, JD, don't blame Whedon. Okay, WB does carry most of the blame. I agree. The Flash falling on top of Wonder Woman was definitely Whedon. I think they need to put the X-Men in the Marvel Universe and put the stories behind the Avengers and other teams they're in. Yes, on Caretaker. Last one, Batman would need prep time to take down Iron Man. Batman is the most paranoid person in comics, but he's prepared for anything. Exactly. WB needs to stop rushing into making CBM. They took all the original heroes, series villains. Yeah. All right, and guys, officially, I'm at the end of the comments. You guys just weren't fast enough. Sorry. I am a speed reader. So, not a very good speed reader, but I do read pretty fast. Anyway, can you tell by having all these comic books that I go through? Anyway, so, yes, good talking to you. Love, peace, and hair grease. I am going to bounce right now because I still got some leftover pot stickers that I'm going to go eat cold because I'm always hungry. Anyway, and then tomorrow I actually bought a really nice bow and arrow kit for my oldest son. He's 5, and this thing's from 5 to 8. and it's a 15-pound draw strength. So hopefully, oh, and I got, let me go. I went to the dollar store and I grabbed a couple of these. They, what do you call it? Like for me, it's nothing, but for him, this will be something. This is a medium weight. There's a medium weight, so this will help him build up his arms so he can actually draw that bow. Because, yeah, 15 pounds of draw strength is a lot for a 5-year-old, but he's going to do it. It's going to be freaking awesome. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. So, is Heroes a Westworld? Is anyone really dead? Heroes in Crisis, you mean? Yes, there are dead heroes, but apparently there's something special to do with Wally West. But we'll see. Anyway, guys, I will talk to a young Hawk guy in the making. That's right. Unless he decides to wear green. Talk to you guys later. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.